Today I'm going to be showing you how to turn this Ghostface mask into a Nancy Loomis aged Ghostface mask. Let's go. Greetings everyone, my name is Nightshade, this is the Night Shift, a home for all things spooky, and today we're going to be doing a little mask tutorial. So this is definitely my most requested video to do, and today we're finally going to do it. So almost a year ago we did the Billy Loomis Ghostface mask conversion tutorial, and then a couple months after that we did the Stu Mocker mask. And ever since then people have asked me to do the Mrs. Loomis mask, and yeah, so I finally decided to do it today. And it'll help me complete my set. And the best thing about these conversions is they are pretty cheap to do. This whole process cost me less than 30 bucks, mask included. So before we get into the tutorial, if you want to follow along at home, this is what you're going to need. White paint, black paint, beige paint, yellow paint, paint brushes, and we are using clear E6000 for this one. A soldering iron with a sharp tip, an extra fine permanent marker, and of course you're going to want an EU stamped Ghostface mask. I will leave a link in the description below as to where to acquire the mask. So enough yapping, let's go ahead and switch to the top-down camera. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is remove the tag and all of that, and there's a plastic piece in these. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in. Simply to give it some stability while we paint on this. Alright, so I'm going to take my paintbrush and we are going to put a little bit of E6000. This is the clear E6000. Normally I've done black E6000 in the past, but I want to use the clear because this one isn't nearly as weathered as the other two masks are. So yeah, we've got the E6000 on the brush here, and we're going to dabble it around the eye areas because that's where most of the texturing is on this mask. And I'm dabbing it like this so we can get a little bit more texture going on in the mask. And that texture will allow us to get more cracks into the paint, or into the mask itself. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to let this dry. I cannot stress that enough. Let the E6000 dry completely, so whenever you touch it, your fingers aren't sticky. This will make the painting process a lot easier. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll meet you back here whenever this is dry. Alright, so this is nice and dry. It's no longer sticky, it's no longer tacky, it's just nice and textured. So now we are going to start the weathering process with some paint. Got my references here off to the side, so I'm going to be looking directly at those while I do this. So I'm going to take some beige paint and get this for like $1 on Amazon. I'm going to lay down some white paint as well. Going to lay down the tiniest bit of black, lay down a little bit of dark yellow. So I'm going to take a little bit of the black, move it over here, grab a little bit of the white, get over here and get a nice gray color going on. And I'm going to paint the entire mask gray, and we are going to build up layers and get a lot of really cool textures and shades going on here. So I'm going to be painting this whole thing medium gray, I would say. And yeah. Now you see how that E6000 really created this nice texture that we got going on around the eyes? Definitely want that. Get under the chin here. Alright, so now that it's all nice and gray, we're gonna sit, let that dry. This is all about patience and layers, so let this dry. You don't want to get the wrong kind of paint mixed up with another kind of paint, and then your mask will look all messed up. So let this dry, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so this is dry. And the next step is we are going to add white back into this. I know it seems counterproductive, but the way that it looks with the dark color underneath makes it look a lot better. So pro tip, if you don't want to get any paint on your shroud or whatever, you can fold it up and tuck it into the chin of the mask, just like that, and it'll be out of your way. So we're gonna take another brush, a different brush from the one that we used, and we are going to get white on it, and we're just gonna kind of dab the color in. So all right, so we're done. Kind of dry brushed that on there, and you can tell how it's like not a regular white, it's just like an off-white, but there's some areas that are brighter than others, and you kind of want that so it just looks more old and ragged and run down. So the next step, we're gonna take a little bit of our yellow, mix it in with our beige, and kind of get a nice poopy rundown yellow. I would normally use yellow ochre, but I'm out, so and I didn't realize I was out, so I'm doing the best I can with the things that I do have. All right, so you kind of want to dab your paintbrush off on the side. You don't want the paint to be too heavy or too streaky. You kind of just want to get a little bit, and we're gonna go around the eyes. So my camera died. I don't know what the last thing I captured was, but yeah, the yellow ended up being a little too yellow, so I took some straight beige and kind of dialed it back so we get this nice yucky yellow color. And the next step we're gonna do is actually take our marker here and start drawing all the cracks where we want them to go. We've got our reference photo here. Alright, so this wasn't recording for whatever reason, but basically what I did was I plugged in my soldering iron and traced out where we drew and basically burned our texture into the mask. As you can see there, as you can see here, this is nice and cracked. There's nice texture there. Pretty much burned that with the soldering iron, tracing what we drew. I don't know why that wasn't recording. Really upset about that, but that's pretty much what I did. So the next step is I'm taking one of these thin little brushes and basically painting in where I burned the mask, so that way it looks nice and dark still, and we got that texture in there. See how we got that nice burn? See how we got that nice burned texture in there from the soldering iron? Yeah, I'm still really bummed out that wasn't recording, and really hurts my feelings. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is go in and fill any of the black. I had some overpaint in the nose area and in the mouth, so I'm just going to go ahead and repaint that black, and then we're going to go ahead and call this done. Alright, now that we've got that all nice and painted to our liking, we've got the burns in there, last thing we're going to do is seal it with some clear Plasti Dip. and that will keep our paint all intact. I know a lot of people asked questions on the last couple that I did. I normally don't spray this with anything afterwards, simply because it's just going to be chilling on the shelf. I'm not going to wear it around a bunch, but if you're worried about your stuff coming off, clear Plasti Dip is the way to go. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and call that done. So the next step is to take this outside and get you guys some warning shots with it, and then we'll meet back here and end the video. Alright, see you guys there. And there we have it, and yeah, super happy with the way this turned out. I've completed my aged set of Ghostface masks. I do have an extra one of these, and I'm probably going to redo the Stu Mocker mask because I wasn't happy with the way the bootleg mask burned. The vinyl on that was super weird for whatever reason. And if you guys want me to redo the tutorial here on the channel, I will. Let me know in the comments below. If not, then I'll do it on my own free time. So that's just gonna about do it for me. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching this far. You have no idea how much that helps the channel. And if you liked the video, let me know by leaving me a like. Comment down below what you want to see on the channel next. I will do my best to accommodate. And until next time, my name is Nightshade. This has been The Night Shift, and I will see you in the next video. Stay spooky, my friends.